The billionaire CEO, in order to test whether his girlfriend truly likes him, disguised himself as a delivery driver every day to visit his girlfriend at university. Unexpectedly, his girlfriend forcibly dragged him to be a human model. It turned out that she was an art teacher at the university. Today, she happened to be teaching the human anatomy. While being a model, the CEO fell asleep, but the messages on his phone woke him up. It turned out that the CEO, in order to win his girlfriend's heart, had specifically arranged for his secretary to buy the university. After his girlfriend's class was over, the CEO and his girlfriend were about to go home together. Someone suddenly called out to his girlfriend. It was the dean of the art school. He shockingly proposed to expel her. The girlfriend asked in confusion the reason why. The dean gave an incredibly absurd reason. He criticized that her paintings weren't worth anything. The girlfriend found it laughable. She was just an ordinary teacher. How could her paintings possibly fetch a high price? The dean, however, proudly stated that his paintings could be auctioned for $3 million. The CEO immediately said that his girlfriend's works were definitely worth more than the dean's. The dean didn't believe it at all. He arrogantly swore that if her paintings really sold for more than $3 million, he would make her the dean. The CEO smiled slightly. He immediately took his girlfriend to the canvas. Then, he casually drew a heart. The dean was utterly dismissive. He didn't believe anyone would buy such a simple drawing. But to everyone's surprise, the next second, the CEO immediately transferred $3.01 million to his girlfriend. The dean became quite awkward. He quickly countered that the CEO's purchase didn't count. It would only count if someone else bought the painting. The girlfriend became a little flustered. She advised the CEO to leave with her. After all, her paintings weren't worth anything. It was better not to stay here and be humiliated. But the CEO remained extremely calm. He reassured his girlfriend. This time, he would create a painting himself. Meanwhile, on the other side, the students who finished class didn't leave. Instead, they stayed behind to watch. As soon as they heard the CEO was going to paint, they quickly brought out the largest canvas. The CEO casually picked up a brush and ink. The next second, the CEO splashed ink onto the dean. He quickly pressed the dean onto the canvas. Then, he took out a paintbrush. He painted a huge pig on the canvas. The painting was quickly finished. The crowd was utterly stunned. They didn't expect the CEO to be so brave. The girlfriend was very worried about the CEO. It turned out the dean's identity wasn't simple. He was the brother of the school's vice principal, but the CEO didn't care at all. Only the principal had the qualification to know him. He casually called the principal. He told the principal to come over and buy the painting for $200 million. On the other side, the principal was not at all concerned about the money. On the contrary, he felt extremely honored. At this point, the dean stood up in embarrassment. He didn't believe that a delivery driver could know the principal. He was sure the CEO was acting to scare him. The dean immediately ordered the security to expel the CEO and his girlfriend. But the security hesitated. What if the CEO really knew the principal? The first to be fired would be them. The dean became even angrier. He threatened the security guards, saying that if they didn't act, he would make them lose their jobs immediately. The security guards finally began to act. But they still didn't dare to bully the CEO and his girlfriend. Instead, they targeted the defenseless students. The girlfriend was extremely angry. She warned the dean that this was illegal. The dean didn't care at all. In the academy, his word was the absolute rule. The CEO found the dean very laughable. He hoped that when the principal arrived, the dean would maintain his foolish humor. But what the CEO didn't expect was that the first to arrive was not the principal. It was the vice principal of the school. The dean immediately shouted in grievance, "Brother!" asking his brother to avenge him. The vice principal ordered the security to surround the CEO. Then, he allowed his brother to take revenge however he wanted. He would take all responsibility afterward. The brother excitedly grabbed a metal rod. He was about to teach the CEO a lesson, but the girlfriend stood in front of the CEO. She wouldn't allow anyone to bully the CEO. He ordered the woman to get out of the way. At that moment, the CEO protected his girlfriend behind him. He calmly threw the metal rod aside. He warned the dean not to regret it. The dean couldn't stand the CEO's smug expression. He directly kicked the CEO to the ground. The girlfriend immediately helped the CEO up. As the dean continued with his revenge, the principal finally arrived. As soon as he entered, he slapped the vice principal. Before the vice principal could explain, he turned around and slapped the dean hard. The two brothers finally finally realized that the CEO truly knew the principal. The dean hurriedly apologized to the principal, but the principal kicked him down to the ground again. Then, he officially announced the dismissal of both brothers. The two brothers still didn't give up. They continued to humbly beg the principal for forgiveness, but the principal didn't want to see them anymore. He directly ordered the security to drag them out of the school. After dealing with the two brothers, the principal immediately apologized to the CEO. He said it was poor management that had caused the CEO to suffer. Although the CEO superficially forgave the principal, when the principal asked about his investment in the school, the CEO paused his investment in the school. He suspected that the school had more shameless deans. Once all those who abused their power were removed, he would talk about the investment. The principal quickly nodded in agreement. Then, he took his people and left the classroom. At this point, the girlfriend finally had the chance to ask about the CEO's identity. The CEO suddenly panicked. Would his girlfriend break up with him because of his deception?